What is good?
What's up?
Motherfuckers. Hey, I know I took a week off, but guess what? I can do that because it's my birthday. By the time you guys see this, though, my birthday will be yesterday. So, wish me a happy birthday. No, you don't have to. But she made this nice cake. I'm going to introduce her in 1 second, but we got to take a shot before I even introduce you.
All right.
Look, we got our little fancy bottle for my birthday. My bae made that.
Oh my gosh, this glitter, dude.
Yeah.
Seriously. Okay.
All right. So we're drinking Patron, by the way. You guys can see the little baby bottle. We've been drinking all damn weekend.
All weekend.
And we got some new shot glasses, which I'll explain in uno momento.
Uno momento. All right.
All right, cool. So cheers to y'all. Cheers to us. This is the Homos Playground. I am DJ 2AM. And this is Sierra, also known as Sweetest Things in Life. And she does custom baking, all that type of stuff.
No, stop.
No, you do.
No, stop. You gotta cut it. No.
Why?
Because it's Noel.
What'd I say?
No.
So what?
Nigga.
I'm not restarting. You can't
Really?
do that. I never restart.
Fuck. Whatever.
She's mad, y'all. I'm gonna keep this now.
This is a fucked up shit.
Yeah.
15 years.
It's no.
15 years.
No, listen.
Yeah.
It's, she says it's Noel, but I read it as Noel. Like, that's just how I pronounce it. But she says it's Noel, but that's her real name. I'm just saying that's how I pronounce it.
But nigga, if you literally look at like Christmas stuff,
yeah, I've always had that problem.
You'd be like, no.
Yeah.
No. Like,
that's
who
what
make me sing Christmas carols?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I naturally do that. All right, look, yo, it's Sierra.
Whatever.
We're gonna put her fucking name. It's Sierra Noel. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
What is it? What's the number?
It's Sierra Noel 89.
Yep, it'll be right here. Bam. Like I said, I'm DJ 2AM. Sorry about that little argument. This has been one of my best friends since forever. Like, it's been like 15 years now. I've known her since high school. You know what I'm saying? Since shit, I think it was freshman year, to be honest. So I've known her a very long time. And she does not live in Vegas. She actually lives in Atlanta. Custom to why we have Atlanta shot glasses. No, I'm not a Falcons fan. As you guys can see, Broncos cake for me, Broncos tablecloth, but Atlanta. And then what is yours?
Georgia.
Oh yeah, the Georgia
Bulldogs.
Yep, Bulldogs. I don't like them either. I'm an Oregon fan, but she from Atlanta, she from Georgia. That's where she lives now. So we gonna support. You know what I'm saying? So y'all should be taking a shot with us too. Cheers.
Gosh, man, Patron is so spicy, bro. It is so spicy.
I don't know what's up with Patron lately, but it's ashy. Like, it tastes like an ashtray. It's like not even that good, but it does give you like a cool drunk. I like the drunk that I'm on when I drink Patron. What about you?
Yeah, man, because like last night was lit.
I actually mixed last night, guys. I had Patron and Hennessy. Mm-hmm. I have not had Hennessy. I don't even know the last time I've drank Hennessy, y'all. So I had Hennessy, and it was crazy. But we're gonna jump into some topics. We got some cool, interesting stuff to talk about. And she over here sweating because she has no idea what I'm coming at her with. Y'all already know I bring co-hosts on here all the time, and I do not say what I'm gonna say or what I'm gonna talk about. We talk whatever the fuck we want to talk about. But we are gonna start with numero uno. Who's had the Popeyes chicken sandwich? I want to know. I've had it. Yo. This shit is worth the hype, yo. Like, I thought it was amazing. Like, it's all crispy and spicy and just plain. I'm not saying I'm not going to go to Chick-fil-A anymore. I love Chick-fil-A.
Just make sure you ask for extra sauce.
Yeah, that was her problem. What didn't you like about it? Like,
it was, like, not saucy enough for me. I mean, some people say, like, it was good, but I think it's because the whole rush, everybody's trying to get it. And so it's like Popeyes is, like, trying to cut corners. So they're like, oh, yeah, hurry up and make these sandwiches at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Right. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And
well,
so
she kind of got like a dry one today. Yeah, the one I got yesterday. Okay, I've had 2 in 2 days because they're just fire. Yeah, I almost had 3 because we rolled up and they were sold out like late night. So we went in the morning. Mm-hmm. And I'm not one of them hype beasts that's like, oh, I got to do this. I got to do that. I'm just not about that. And anybody who knows me knows that I'm not. But I was just like, man, that shit really does look good. Like, I'm not about to sit here and not try it. Shit was flame. So my vote, Team Popeyes, let's go. I love Chick-fil-A. I always get y'all's little nuggos. They're so good. But the chicken sandwich, that shit out. You agree? Are you still
okay,
like?
Because I even like the pickles, and some people don't like the pickles on the sandwich.
Oh, I love it.
I think they are so bomb, and they are so much better than Chick-fil-A. I do not like pickles on my Chick-fil-A. I'd rather have my pickles on Popeyes.
The Popeyes. Their pickles are better.
Their pickles are better.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. See, it's just a sandwich. It's just not rocking.
It's like Chick-fil-A's pickles taste like them cafeteria pickles.
You know
what I'm
from middle school?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm trying to serve me some cut up dill pickles. What is that?
Exactly.
She's been sitting in the back for 10 years.
Right.
Cafeteria
like,
lady.
what's the expiration date?
Right. Pickles don't expire. That's what they say. Shit. That's fucked up. We feeding these kids out here now, but we're not going to get into that. So now that we're done with the Chick-fil-A Popeyes conversation, because hella people have been talking about it, so, you know, I had to throw my little jab in there. We're going to take another little half shot. And then, since she does live in Atlanta, and I actually used to live in Atlanta, we're going to talk about the different gay scenes. Oh, by the way, what do you label yourself as for the people?
I'm fluid. Okay. I just like what I like. There's no
specific.
There's no specific anything.
Which is cool. But we would say majority of the time you date men.
Men.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, we're going to take a little shot. Cheers. Let's go. So personally, for me, when I lived in Atlanta, I loved it. I love Atlanta. I love the culture. Gay, like, I would say if you want to be out and be comfortable and have like the most amazing time, Atlanta's a city to be in. It's great for gay people. Like, it's just amazing. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to critique it yet because I'm going to get your vibe because she lives there now. So what would you say about the gay scene in Atlanta?
The gay scene in Atlanta is very interesting. They're very closed off. Some people would say, oh, gay people are extra. Mm-hmm. But gay people are not extra. Gay people just want to protect themselves, just like anybody else. Mm-hmm. So, you know, they try to fill you out. Mm-hmm. Like, you meet one, they may be cool, but don't think that you're about to meet their friends or their family or anything. Because
so they live like very private lives, you would say.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But whatever they're doing, a lot of them, man, got fucking bread. They
are breaded in Atlanta.
Yes,
Shout out to y'all. Y'all some ballers.
Like, you know, and it takes, I don't know, I guess it's because it's like you always have to make sure that you are on top of the clothing game and, you know, you're making sure that you're looking good from head to toe every single day. People don't even realize how hard that is and how much time that takes. Yeah. So, you know, I really like it.
So would you say that you are around more gay men or more lesbians out there? Or is it a mix?
It's a mix. I mean, I am in the gay community just in general. I mean, even trans, like, I just love everybody. I don't really care about what they identify as. I just care if you're a cool person and as if I can trust you. Because if some shit goes down, I need to make sure that you got my back. Right.
And that's what everybody else is looking for.
Right.
I mean, when I lived in Atlanta, I would say that some things that kind of like turned me off was like, I wouldn't say a turn off, but it still kind of is like a light skin versus dark skin thing when I was there.
Yes. So this gay guy came up to me crying and he said, they don't like us out here, sis. Like, they always fucking hating on us light skins.
Yeah. No, you know what's crazy is like, I don't see that shit. I don't look at dark skin, light skin. I think that I've always hated that shit since high school. Like, that shit is just corny to me. Like, why are we battling each other? We're cut from the same cloth. We the same people. Like, we all black. Like,
exactly. But the thing is, all right. So we did go to high school in Colorado, and
we did.
Colorado is whitey town.
Super white.
It's whitey town. And when I went to Atlanta, I was like, oh my God, there are some powerful black people here. Yep. I was like, I love this. I want to live here.
Yep. And I was reading like recently, like Atlanta has like one of the most growing cities for black businesses and everything like that. You guys are doing the damn thing. And I think that's so dope. But I think that where things need to change, well, you know, I haven't been there in about 4 years. But when I was there, I remember we went to like this little after hour spot. And, you know, when I went in there, I talked to everybody. I'm cool with everybody, you know, if I know you or I don't. And, you know, the stud had a problem. Like, you know, she was like, oh, you think because you light skin, you better? I was like, well, wait, what? No, you, my nigga. No, I'm not tripping, you know?
But that was just a sign of weakness, though. She saw you as a threat.
But it's corny, though. Like, and that's another thing, like, I want to get into. Like, obviously, you don't deal with this, but, like, I don't have a problem with studs. Like, I don't understand the competition with that shit. Like, if I see you and you out and you want to say what's up or I'm going to say what's up to you, I don't understand why there's so much turmoil. Like, it's like the same thing that happens with like very like feminine women.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, you deal with that too, but in a different way, right?
Yeah. It's because it's just like, it's not battle of the bitches. Like,
right. Nah, real shit.
It's like, why can't we all win? Mm-hmm. We all can win. We all can look good. We all can, you know,
eat together.
Yes. Like, just if we can build an empire that nobody can ever break down if we actually like band together. Yeah. Be cool. You ain't got to be best friends, but be cool.
Cordial. You respect the next person. That's just how I see shit. Like, when I was in Atlanta, the thing I did like about it was when you did meet people like who were in the community, they were super for the community. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, I'm gay and I come to the gay club. It was like, no, I'm gay. I'm a part of this organization. I support this. You donate to this. I do charity work for this. And I was like, damn, that's interesting because I hadn't been around that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we grew up in, Denver. And I mean, I love Denver. Don't get it twisted. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a diehard Broncos fan. As you can see, my birthday cake that she made has Broncos shit all over it because I'm a diehard Broncos fan. I love my city. But, we're going to get into that. I love my city. But I'm going to say, nobody wants you to win in that city.
Nobody wants you to win.
It doesn't matter what you do. You rap, you sing, you bake cakes, you do podcasts.
And the thing is that about Colorado, it's like Denver always wants to sit here and complain about, oh, why we can never come up and why why can't we ever be successful? It's because we're too busy trying to knock each other down. And it's so hard. Like, I just don't understand. I don't get it.
And you know what's frustrating is like there's so much talent in Denver, like
so much talent,
especially like in like rapping, like music, like
seriously.
And I'm not saying that like I've lived everywhere. Y'all heard me talk about this when I was talking to Protege last week. Like I lived in Miami, I lived in Atlanta, I've lived in Texas, I've lived in California, I've lived in Colorado, I lived in a lot of places, and I will say Denver does have great music. Like there's a lot of local artists that I do support, but the problem is that they just build each other up to break each other down. And then they get so big in the city that they don't want to get big anywhere else. Mm-hmm. I don't really know. It's like weird. You've dealt with that too, because I mean, you did sing at one point, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's very annoying, but you know who did end up making it out of Denver? India.Arie.
Oh, I never knew she was from there.
Yeah,
what?
She is.
That's lit. Mm-hmm. No, that's lit. I didn't know that. India.Arie is fucking dope.
Yeah.
But our point is, to bring it all back to the beginning, is that the gay scene, the scene in every other city, no matter what, is all different. It's just kind of what you mold to. What type of person are you? What do you like to be around? And for me, I would move back to Atlanta. The only thing I didn't like about Atlanta had nothing to do with the gay scene. It had to do with that it's a lot of like foresty country type shit. Like, be real. How far do you live from the city?
I live 30 minutes from the city.
Okay. I lived 30 minutes from the city when I lived there too. And like Walmart's were hella far. Like,
but it's not like that anymore. Like they have built so much stuff, like
because it's up and coming now.
Yeah,
it's growing
really, and it's amazing. And it's like, I guess ever since like the bridge fell.
What happened with that?
You didn't hear about that?
No.
Downtown, one of the bridges from the highways completely collapsed.
Whoa.
Yeah, so traffic was extremely bad for a while until they got it done. But they got so much funding that they started redoing and expanding all of the highways because there's so many people moving to Atlanta, and it is crazy.
No, everybody lives there. And I would say the two cities I hear people moving to the most is Atlanta and Vegas. Mm-hmm. Like everybody's moving. I feel like Vegas is growing. I love living in Vegas. And I think I loved living in Atlanta, and I loved Miami. I do love Cali, but I mean, of course, I'm a West Coast to the end, but I would say that the difference is like everything is brand new in Vegas. A lot of shit is brand new in Atlanta. And kind of when you get accustomed to that, in Cali, a lot of things are older. I would say like living situations and shit like that. But I mean, I enjoy that type of shit. But before we get into our next topic, we gonna take another shot, or are you good?
We can take another shot.
We taking another shot.
All right.
So what I wanted to get into next is relationship pet peeves. What has bothered you in past situations, relationships, situationships that have either like turned you off from somebody or been like, this is something I just cannot deal with? Because I got like 20,000. It's probably because I'm a Virgo.
Yes,
I don't know.
So do I. Okay. Let's take a shot first.
All right, let's take our shot. Oh my.
Oh.
She done hit the mic, y'all. I'm sorry about that. Y'all are going to definitely hear that.
Exactly.
Jeez. Sorry, guys. All right, still cheers. Okay, so what's your top? What's one of your top pet peeves or something? But it has to be something that you've dealt with, not something that you like think about dealing with.
So I don't like people who act like children. When I say children,
like, explain that more.
They can't do anything for themselves.
Oh, that's
annoying. They don't know how to cook. They don't know how to clean. I've even dealt with somebody where like the dude would never freaking cut his toenails, and he would say, "I would only cut them if you cut them for me." And
wait,
yeah,
that's so nasty. Yeah. See, I already don't fuck with feet, so that's just so raggedy. But would you say, from being fluid, do you feel like, and this is no disrespect to men, y'all my people too, would you say men are not as clean as women, or would you say they're cleaner?
Okay, I think that it depends because real talk, like I tell you about like the clubs and stuff, men's bathrooms are way cleaner than females. Facts. And that just be making me look like, do y'all not wash yourself or what? Like, this is ridiculous.
Because depending on your answer, I was going to say like, obviously I don't deal with men, but you know, I have brothers and shit like that. But I would say that some of y'all bitches is nasty, dude. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, when I was like in the dating scene, like there was shit I've seen that like literally scarred me. Like, and they thought I was a weirdo. Like, damn nigga, you hella OCD. Like, no, I'm not OCD, bro. You nasty. Like, yeah. I had a girl one time where she was like all into saving water. Yes, I'm for saving the planet. Anybody that knows me, God, I love animals. Don't say it. But she really had a problem with like showering every day. Like she was like, I like to save on my water bill. She was,
what is wrong with people? Dude,
I mean, let's not even get into the whole thing about how, you know, a lot of Caucasians out there, they don't even wash their legs in the shower. So we have a lot of things going on out here that are just not cool. And I feel like, okay, I'm not gonna say it's not cool. It's just not for me. And like in the dating scene, for me, I go through things with y'all all the time about things that bother me. But I would say that like hygiene is so important. And I feel like it would be more important in the gay community because it's like we take such good care of ourselves. I'm not saying the straight community does not, but I'm just saying like I always see like my people and we always look nice and clean and shit like that. No, that's bullshit. I've met plenty of girls who are just really nasty. Like I don't understand why this one girl.
Yeah, I know some straight girls.
I know this one girl. Like, okay, look, I'm not dissing nobody who wears pads, right? You wear pads, that's all. That's your business. Like I'm not
we going there.
I'm not judging you, but like, why are you throwing your pad into the trash can where you know I'm about to go take a piss? Like, I don't know what So what do people do with pads?
I mean, you're supposed to like wrap them up
and like, take them outside of the trash.
Roll them up. I mean, you can, or have a separate trash bag.
Sierra.
No, you can have a trash bag.
Y'all, get on Sierra, bro.
You can have a trash bag. That's like, okay, I wouldn't get on somebody if I went to their house and seen an extra bag in a trash can.
I wouldn't either. Okay, no, I wouldn't. But let me explain. Okay, let me get more in depth. Okay, if you're wearing a pad, I can't believe we're talking about this.
I know.
If you're wearing a pad and I guess you're gonna roll it up. Okay, this is me. This is me being very OCD, right? If you're wearing a pad and I'm coming over, right? Of course, you have your period. I don't care about none of that. It's not the problem. But it generates a very strong odor. So I feel like even if you roll it up, like to me, I would feel like you should take that outside and throw it in the trash can. You're telling me that some girls throw it in like a bag and keep it. Okay, I probably wouldn't judge that either. The pad was open, y'all. Like it was like, yeah, okay. It was fucked up. Yeah. Like I literally was, I was peeing and I was like, this is not for me. And you know, a lot of y'all tell me I'm judgmental and shit and I be jumping the gun, but it's like when you're dating, I feel like you have the chance to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't really rock with that. I don't want to deal with that. I don't deal with messy shit. Like, I'm very clean about things. And I've been this way just because I'm OCD. It's not because I'm gay. It's just I'm OCD. Yeah. Like, I like dishes done. I like my sheets clean. I like, you know, clean clothes. I like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you deal with
sheets?
But there's people who... This is a real question. How often y'all wash your sheets? I want comments. Real shit. What? Because I was listening to something else and they were saying that they wash their sheets like once a month. How often you wash your sheets?
It depends on if I'm gone. If I'm gone, okay, first of all, I'll do it once a week. Okay.
I think that's good.
But like if I'm gone, if like say for instance, so when I come here, I clean everything. So that way, and I wash everything. I don't care when the last time I washed it.
Right.
If I had already slept in the bed, I just still consider that dirty. Because when I come home, I want it to be fresh.
Right. I'm all about that. When I go on vacation, I clean everything so that I can come home and I don't got to clean. I'm already in a good space. I'm going to take my day and I'm going to get on with my week. Exactly. So I understand that. But what's a pet peeve besides the toenails that you can't stand?
The toenails. Bruh. When you say, for instance, like if I bring up a topic or a topic comes up that maybe they even, they initiated, they get annoyed or they get uncomfortable with the conversation of where it goes. Okay. And then they refuse to talk and they just go to sleep. Okay. Or
so you like
throws a blanket over their head and rocks in a chair. Like,
wait. What type of shit you be dealing with?
Yeah, that person's going to know. I hope that person watches.
Okay, so we're putting blankets on our face. All right. Yes. I'm not going to judge that. I'm just going to ask, okay, so you're saying like you don't like people that shut down.
I don't. Because you're never going to fix a problem or move past something if you can't talk about it.
When you say uncomfortable, are you talking about, what would uncomfortable be to you? Cheating?
No.
Lying?
Oh, well, I mean, those are uncomfortable for them, but I mean, that's more factual. Uncomfortable could be something where it's like they say that they want something, but they don't know how to
say it. Okay. Yeah. So you're talking sexual.
Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. I wanted to fly into this anyway.
Okay, because nobody wants to really talk about sex. And sex is such an easy conversation.
It's the greatest conversation. I don't understand. And people make that shit so taboo.
Exactly. And I think that if people were to actually open up and make it okay to talk about sex, then a lot of people would get the consents. Mm-hmm. And it would eliminate a lot of problems.
So when you say about, okay, so when I think about the straight community, right? Mm-hmm. And I think about uncomfortable sexual situations or stuff like that, I feel like, is it hard for you to approach a partner and be like, yo, I want to do this position, or I want to try this, or can we do this or that? Is that uncomfortable for you, or do you say it's more uncomfortable for the person you're telling? They make it awkward.
It is uncomfortable for them. Because
I'm open about stuff like that.
I am open too. And I just know what I want. Like if I want to try something new, I say, let's try something new. Mm-hmm. I don't want boring old missionary sex. Mm-hmm. I want to be adventurous. We don't even have to keep doing it in the bed. Like,
right.
What? Who wants to keep doing that? Like you have to keep things spicy.
Yeah. And I feel like to keep things spicy, you have to have that open communication. If you don't have that open communication, how are you going to know if I'm irritated if I can't tell you, like, yo, I'm kind of tired of you just laying on your back. Like, I need you to do some extra work. Exactly. You know what I mean? And I see it from your side because in the straight community, it's like you're telling a guy that. So they probably feel some way about that, I'm guessing. Some guys.
They feel some type of way. But then also it's like, okay, what if one person is not getting it enough?
Like sexually?
Yeah.
Not having sex enough?
Yes.
Okay. So one person in the relationship feels they're not having enough sex?
Yes. Okay. And it's just like, what if one person is not getting enough sex?
Right.
And if you don't want to have a conversation about sex, how can you prevent somebody from cheating on you? Or seeking, from somebody else? And I think that's where a lot of relationships end up like.
That's why people get cheated on.
They get cheated on, or they're open to polygamy because, they are lacking somewhere, honestly. And sometimes people don't like to feel like they had failed at something.
True.
So it's like,
it's an ego thing too sometimes.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like you have to be able to be open about it.
Right.
So
I think that, I think everybody deals with that in their relationship. I don't think it is an uncomfortable conversation. You're right. Because then, the other person might feel like, oh, I'm failing this relationship because I'm not doing this or doing that. Mm-hmm. I mean, people get busy, don't trip. People go through mental things. People need their own time, their space. I'm not talking about that type of situation. Yep. I'm talking about a situation where I'm going to talk about me. Like, I'm sexual. I love sex. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, Grandma, if you're listening. Turn it off. But I love you. But turn this off. But I love sex. It's a great thing. And I feel like sex is the best. And I don't know, obviously, because I'm not older. But I feel like sex is to be explored and as the more you grow up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like...
It's like food. You never know what you like until you try it.
Facts. And it's like, if we can't have that conversation together of like, yo, and also, hold on, wait. Let's not even just talk about not having sex enough. Let's talk about, hey, I don't like that. Why can't, I feel like in the straight community, I feel like I have a lot of straight friends, and especially girls, and they usually tell me like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga was like hitting my shit so hard, like it was not fun. Like, I didn't come or anything.
Yeah,
it was
it's not about God. It's like, what is it? Whoever created this thing where it's like, oh, I gotta beat it up. Like, come on. It's not literally, stop trying to take ball to the wall to the fucking literal. You know, it's ridiculous. Like,
right,
bruh.
nigga, you're in her cervix. It hurts, bro. She
Okay.
it doesn't feel good. I even saw this girl post on Twitter. She was like this one guy was hitting it from the back, and she was like, I was like screaming, but I was like screaming because I was in pain, and he just kept going. Like, he doesn't see it like that. And like, I can't speak, obviously I'm not a man, I'm not going to tell you what's wrong or right, but I will say, if you have this conversation with your lady, with your woman, or whatever, or you know what, this isn't even just go for straight people, this can go for gay people too, your boyfriend, whatever you're into. If you had this conversation about, hey, I like this and I don't like that, you know how much better your sex life is going to be, instead of having to guess like, oh, does she like to be bent over? Does he like this? Does he like when I do this? Like, just talk about it, especially.
And instead of saying, are you okay during sex? That shit is dumb. You know, if you have the conversations before, you will know.
Right. No,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
you're annoying because you're so annoying, because I've asked that before, like, are you good? But
No.
Yeah, I've asked that before. And
I just feel like, can you shut the fuck up?
No, I feel you. Okay, but let me be clear. The reason why I've asked is because I have so many straight women friends who tell me that shit starts to hurt. So when I meet a woman who's like, yo, no, go harder, do this, do that, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it, but like, are you straight? Like, and they're like, shut the fuck up. Okay.
Thank you. Just
yeah. So I feel like it's like, here's my rule of thumb. If you've been together, no, we're not gonna say together. If you've had sex more than 10 times with somebody, and you haven't had a conversation about what you like and what you don't like, or at least you know what the person likes or doesn't like,
they really don't
what type of fucking relationship are y'all having? It's gotta be horrible. Because it's just like, you're basically laying down with somebody and just being like, well, I hope they remember that I like this. Like, what the fuck? Right. I don't understand that.
Right.
But it could be our generation too. Because we're super open. Like, me and her, since we've been friends, we always talk about like anything. And it's never been weird. Never. Even though I'm a lesbian, it doesn't change anything. Like, you know, we've always had conversations. Like, she'll tell me about niggas, you know what I'm saying, from her past. And we'll have conversations about it. So if you can have an open conversation with your best friend or with your friend, why can't you have that with your spouse? And this is the person that you're with all the time.
Facts. But I think it's because a lot of people are scared to expose that vulnerability. Okay. A best friend, if they truly are a best friend, they won't throw it in your face or use it as ammo. But your spouse can.
Damn, that's a good point.
So, you know,
you could end up fighting about it later.
Yeah. So I don't think that you should have every conversation with your spouse, because sometimes you need to have that person to be able to talk things through. Because what if I were to call you, and because you know, like, I have that switch, I go from 0 to 100 in a second.
So do I.
So it's like, I'll call you and I want you to be like, I would take it less offensively if you're like, no, like, you gotta calm down. Yeah. It's not that serious. Yeah. Versus if he were to say, oh, calm down, you need to calm down, I'm like, nigga, no, what the fuck? What the fuck you talking about? Like, right. That's just how
it naturally is gonna turn you up. Exactly. Because it is your spouse. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Well, then, you know what? Honestly, that gives me the next topic. I've been wanting to talk about this. What's up? Do you feel, as humans, that we are meant for monogamy? Okay, let me get a little deeper. That's hard. When I say meant for monogamy, I'm saying, are we meant to be with one person?
Like your whole life?
Yes.
Yes and no.
And you can say, like, maybe we're not meant for it, but it's possible. Yeah, because I'll give my opinion on it too.
It is possible, but at the same time, I have a hard time processing it. Say, for instance, so I was previously married, and this person was very toxic, but I wanted to make it work. And I was turning to a lot of older couples that have been together for so long.
Like 30 years and
yes,
shit?
like 30 to 50 years.
Wow.
And I would ask them, like, how do you guys make it? How did you get this far?
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to get there.
Right.
They're like, we just forgive each other and just move on.
Ooh, that's toxic.
Thank you. And so
that's
it's like,
toxic.
how can I can't. You're cheating on me continuously. You have a whole nother family, like, on the side. Like, no.
I ain't forgiving that.
No.
There's no forgiveness.
You're in the wrong if you don't forgive him. What? Get the fuck out of here. I can do it.
See, and you know what? Honestly, I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of older couples, I will not say all, but most of the people that have been together for years and years and years, there's been some toxic ass shit that's happened in their marriage, and they attribute it to, oh, it's going to be ups and downs. I'm sorry, but that nigga having 5 kids on you is not ups and downs. That's him cheating on you, and you should leave. Like, why are you still staying around? For the kids, he's got 5 other ones.
Correct.
And now that you have to explain to your kid. Like, I don't understand that. I've never got that. So I will say, I think that we're not meant for monogamy. I've said this before, previously, like on Snapchat and shit. I don't think they were meant for it, but I do think it's possible. I just feel like to make it work and to make it happen, there does have to be forgiveness, but there has to be forgiveness for not toxic shit. Like, okay, like we have an argument or something and we've been fighting for a couple weeks and you're on my fucking nerves and I'm on your fucking nerves. Okay, that's forgiveness. You going and having sex with somebody, it depends. How long have we been together? Did I do it before? What type of sexual interaction was this? I think a lot people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Is it for emotional,
or was it for simple pleasure?
Right.
Did we not have a conversation about sex and you just wasn't fucking with it and you ended up having sex with somebody?
Right.
There's a lot of like waves that come into being monogamous or not.
Right.
Like I said about, people being polyamorous and dating multiple people, I think that that's dope. I don't know if I could ever do it, like I said, but I think that if my girl was down, I could do it. But I don't know, though.
I've literally, so I've been invited to 2 poly relationships. I just thought it was weird.
Okay, can you explain, was it male and female or male and male?
They were both male and female.
Okay. Who wanted it, the man or the woman?
One relationship, it was just the man, and then the other one was both of them.
I think the both would be easier.
I just wasn't attracted to them, and I thought it was weird. Like, no. Like, they even tried to invite me in to watch them have sex, bro. Like, it was... Well,
that's because there's hella sex clubs and shit.
I couldn't do it. Back then, I thought it was weird. But now I'm just like...
Now you're more open.
Okay, I see it. Yeah.
See, and that's crazy because there's... what is her name? The girl like that I always talk to all the time. I don't want to put your Instagram name out there. I know you, but you know what I'm talking about. But she had told me like she explores different sex clubs, like in all different types of cities.
Like real
sex clubs. There's some in Vegas.
They have an orgy, like just
no. So like, okay, so she explained this to me because there's this guy I used to work with. He went to one out here, but whatever, screw that. She told me that you can go in and there's like rules. So, like, there's rooms where there's, like, people that are, like, you can only watch us have sex. And then there's rooms where there's people, like, you are welcome to join, but you have to be this gender. Gotcha. And then there's other rooms where they're, like, it doesn't matter. We're down for whoever. Man, woman, man on man, woman on woman. We don't care. We're just having, it's more of, like, an orgy. Yes. You pay to get in. They're very, like, secretive. I know you guys, a lot of you already know what I'm talking about. I've never been to one personally. But she said it's, like, the craziest experience, and it has changed her sex life for the better. Because she brings her partner all the time, and she's, like, it's, like, a turn-on. She was, like, to be, like, around a live porn. Yeah, that's nuts.
That's crazy.
I think it would be dope, but I think the scary thing is, like...
I think I would go watch, but I wouldn't partake. I'm so scared of STDs.
I'm scared of STDs.
Okay. Like, no, I'm not having those.
And I'm like, kind of like, I don't know you. Like, I'm not saying I gotta know you, but like, can I know your name? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Right. And they're probably like,
no names. You know what? That's a good question. Y'all need to comment about that too. Do you guys do like pretend names? Do you guys address each other? I'm gonna ask her that. Because I think that it's so crazy. The guy that I worked with that went to it, he said that him and his girl went all the time because she always wanted to do threesomes and he didn't. So he was like, basically, I would just go.
So he's like, okay, yeah, let's just go. And so he watches her have a threesome?
No, he has sex with her while she has sex with somebody else. and it entertained them, I guess.
Okay.
Could you do it? I don't know. I don't know if I could really do it.
I don't think I could do it because...
Are you selfish?
It's just weird.
Or is it just weird?
No, I am. Okay, so it is because I am selfish. I mean, it's just what it is. I'm selfish. I don't want to share my partner, but I also don't want to do all the pleasing with a girl. Like, the fuck? I have a dude, like, fucking me, and then I'm supposed to go and eat, just chomp on a fucking box? The fuck? That shit is
Don't call it a box. Oh my God.
Like, I can't. Like, I cannot.
It's too much work for you.
It is. Like, bitch, my fucking mouth be tired. Like,
oh,
it's
Lord.
Just like, it's like,
you're like, it's doing too much.
I gotta work on my neck muscles.
Okay,
like.
so then what if, this is gonna get graphic, what if a woman was eating you out,
okay,
and then you were like sucking a dick or something?
No. When I say like my mouth be tired, nigga, it's factual.
You said you don't matter what it is.
I don't care what it is. Okay.
It's exhausting.
Yes. And,
so
and the
wait,
other thing I don't
I've
like
been wanting to get this on here, and now I can ask you, and this is cool. Okay. So be real.
What's up?
Is sucking dick enjoyable? Don't lie.
You're lying. It is and it isn't.
Okay.
Okay.
You're lying.
What I don't hold on.
All right.
Okay. It is and it isn't.
Okay.
It is because I like the feel of it, if that makes sense.
In your mouth?
No. I just like the feel of a penis, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Okay, like just to be able to touch it.
Okay.
I like to feel it, but I only do it just because it's like if I were to want it, then I have to be able to do a switch off. You know what I'm saying? A trade off.
But like, okay.
I'm not gonna be that type of person who's like, oh, you gotta give me head, and I don't do anything else.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay, got you.
But the smell of fucking cum, bruh. Oh, makes me gag. It makes me gag.
Wait. When I'm gagging, I'm thinking about men cum, by the way, when men do that shit. Oh, my God.
It's disgusting.
You're making me want to throw up.
Disgusting.
What does it smell like?
It's... I can't. There's nothing you can compare it to. Like, literally, a woman's vagina is way cleaner. Like, and it smells a lot better.
Yeah, I know.
So,
because you just thinking about that just makes me want to throw up.
It literally, it's just
no offense to y'all, but that's why that ain't my fault.
That's why when Cardi B be like, she don't have babies because she just swallow it, I'd be like, bitch, like, how?
So you don't swallow the kid?
That's why I got 3, but it's hit or miss, you know. It's like fucking baseball. It's like, you're out of there.
I'm done. Okay, so we are gonna definitely shift gears. I apologize. This is what happens when we start talking about shit. So what did we learn from this, folks? We have learned that men's sperm smells like fucking shit. That's gross. I just thinking about that.
But it does taste differently if you do eat a lot of fruits. For men? Mm-hmm.
I bet men don't know that.
I don't know, but if you're watching this and you're a man, hella eat your fruits. Because if you want your dick to suck, so somebody to swallow your kids and not gag on the dick. Right. It's just, hey, you gotta eat your fruits and veggies.
Okay, gotta get your nutrients in. And I you know what? That's something else I wanted to tell girls. Hey, pineapples, your pussy doesn't taste like a pineapple, right?
Oh, that's not true.
No, it's not true. Fuck no. I've met girls that drink pineapple juice for a living. And I've been like, it just tastes like fucking hamburger meat. Like, it doesn't. I can taste.
Just say hamburger meat.
Yeah, I can tell what a girl's ate that day. Facts. Cheeseburgers. You ate a salad. I can taste that shit. But it could be me though. I don't know. I'm
it's
weird.
Like a fucking buffet.
The cheeseburger one made me gross out. No, the cheeseburger one. The girl knows who she is, and I told her I was like,
The cheeseburger.
The cheeseburger girl.
Cheeseburger girl.
She knows. No, she knows. Because she got hot. She was hella mad. And I was like, dude, like,
That's why I can't do it, bro.
It smells like a Big Mac down here. Like, I don't want it. But let me give y'all advice on what does work. Watermelon. Watermelon is made up of a lot of water, which you need for your body. Motherfuckers don't like to drink water. I don't know what planet are you guys on, but you need to be drinking water. It's good for your skin. It's good for your stomach. It's good for your health.
You just said that. You know what I've been eating for the past week?
What? Watermelon. Hey, see, she knows the vibes. Like, no, watermelon for real, because it's made of a lot of water. It doesn't have like a lot of sugars in it, so it really does help. And that's my advice for the day, ladies. So do not be eating cheeseburgers and be trying to get your pussy ate, bruh. No. I would say give it like a 6-hour window. You had it for lunch. Don't be having sex for like 6 hours.
Oh.
But I mean, I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? I've dealt with it. That doesn't mean that y'all niggas dealt with it. Because y'all slide up in anything. A lot of people slide up in anything, and I'm just not. I'm not about that. Mm-mm. But going back to pet peeves, you said you had another one.
I did.
Did you forget it?
I did.
Okay, well, I'm going to jump into my next one.
All right.
So I told y'all, messy. What else did I tell you guys? I'm OCD about stuff, dishes and shit like that. But let's go like into the actual woman. All right, I do not like crybaby women, and you guys are about to slam the fuck out of me. You guys are gonna fucking go nuts in these comments, and I already know y'all are gonna be talking shit in my DM, and that's okay. But I do not like crybaby ass women. Like I like boss ass bitches. Like
own it. Like
own
stop
your
fucking
shit.
Crying about stuff.
Quit fucking crying. Quit stressing about shit. Make a plan, make a change, and let me help you get to what you want. Because you crying ain't doing nothing for nobody.
Facts.
But making you worse, really.
Exactly.
And making me pissed. So, you know what I'm saying? And I know, like
come with a solution. Like, you can tell me your problem, but let's figure out
figure it out. Or I can help you with, figuring out the solution. And if you don't like my solution, then that's fine too. Yeah. But I just don't like the crybaby ass shit. Like, I don't like people who cry about every problem they have. Granted, there's really big problems in this world and people deal with a lot of shit. And yeah, you do got to cry here and there. I'm not telling you it's unhealthy to cry, but I'm saying like when you're crying over everything, I have been with a girl like that and it was misery. And I know some of y'all gotta know what I'm talking about. Like, you can't be crying because you fucking came in the house and you're like, oh my God, I had the longest day and my boss yelled at me. What? Yell back at that bitch. Like, what the fuck? Why are you crying about this?
And then turn around and go back to work and be like, I can't stand in peace.
Right. Like, no. Quit that shit, bruh.
Like, you just look weird.
Yes. Just stop. Like, you guys, I guess there's a lot of strength in knowing yourself. Because you know what? Let me not even just shit talk y'all. Like, there was a time where I was in a bad place and I wasn't crying all the time, but I was angry all the fucking time. I was never fucking happy. She was around for it.
Yes.
Nothing made me happy. Not women, not drugs. I'm not talking about drugs. I'm not talking about no crazy shit. I'm talking about like weed and shit. Not drugs, not fucking money. Nothing was making me happy, but it's because I didn't know myself. Now that I know myself, I can depict, oh, I'm not going to like that. That's going to make me feel this way. You know what I'm saying? You got to do that. And I was trying to bring this back to, how is that in a straight relationship? Can you guys, in your situations that you've dealt with, can you communicate about stuff like that? Like with a man and a woman? Like, is it different? Is it hard to have conversations? I feel like I get this vibe that it is.
Because men always think that you're trying to demasculate them.
That's annoying.
It is annoying. And it's just like, okay, whatever. I mean, but you don't have to. It's sometimes men, they show anger all the time, and it's not have to be anger. Sometimes you can be upset vulnerable or sad or whatever. Like, at least talk about it instead of, what if, because if you're not talking about it, then I automatically assume that I did something wrong.
Right. So would you say, okay, what do you like about men?
I like
emotionally, not physically.
They tend to be a lot calmer than women.
Okay, that's good.
And I need a piece to my storm because I am the fucking storm.
Yeah, you're a mess.
So
sometimes, y'all. Sometimes.
I need to have that. It's not even just about men. It's just what I like. So that's why.
So don't make it a gender thing. So
it's not a gender thing. It's just
a type of person.
It's the type of person. Cool. I need foundation. Mm-hmm. I need somebody who is steady. I need to know that you know what you want in life. Okay.
No matter what it is.
No matter what it is. Now, you're not going to come out, please don't give me shit, but you're not going to come to me saying that you're going to be a rapper.
Oh, shit.
And
this just went really dark.
You selling $5 CDs on a corner.
Right.
And you're fucking 45.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I'm just saying, do you know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about. I differ. Only reason I differ, here's how I feel. Everybody knows I hate society's rules on age. I hate it. I hate when society says, oh, if you're not married by the time you're 30 and have kids, then your life is over. If you didn't buy a house by the time you're 35, you're a loser. If you didn't go to college or graduate, you'll never make money. No, I don't fucking rock with society's rules. I rock with how I feel the success. I am the success I see. So here's why I'll change that, right? If you took the age out of it, let's say, don't come to her and say, I want to be a rapper, and you don't rap, you don't write, you don't put in the foundation and the work to really come to the person that you're with and be like, this is what I'm going to do.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's different when a nigga's just been not working for fucking 5 years and then he just is like, you know what I want to do? Rap. You're like, nigga, no. Exactly. No, that's bum shit. Yeah. Like, you have to have some type of plan. I'm not saying it has to take years to plan it, but like, know what you're going to tell these women. Obviously, she's annoyed with that. And I don't even want to say gender roles. Like, any person that's in a relationship is going to be annoyed if you come with a fucking goal that you've never been a part of and it's probably not obtainable. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we have to like chill out on that shit. I think communication goes a long way. I think what I'm trying to learn now is that everybody's different. Everybody's different, but you have to understand what a partner is. True. Being a partner. And that shit's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. It does require a lot of work, but it requires work from both parties. Facts. It's never going to be one way or another, and nobody's going to be working more than the other. Right. Like, everything needs to meet in the middle. Be open about it. If you want to sit here and work a part-time job and go to school, that's cool. But school is still work. Yeah. And speak on it and make sure that your partner agrees and you guys can work it out. Right. You know, if you want to be a stay-at-home mom, be a stay-at-home mom. That's what I'm saying. Like say what the fuck you want so that they can choose at that moment if they want to stay or they don't, or if they like it or they don't. Yep. Don't fucking try to convince your partner like, oh yeah, I want to do this and I want to do that, and the whole time you want to be a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad. No, come in that shit headstrong. Hey, I want to be a stay-at-home dad. I want to be a stay-at-home mom. So let's make this happen. So I'm going to have all your kids. I'm going to take care of everything that needs to be done at home. And then that person that's with you, there's a lot of people who actually want that. They do want to stay at home dad, or they do want to stay at home mom, because that shit's a lot of work. And people don't want to, get in these conversations because it's like a deeper, darker issue. But I would say that many stay-at-home moms and stay-at-home dads do way more than you do in an 8-hour shift. They're just not paid. Exactly. They're not paid. But you can never leave. You can never have that separation between work and home. That's like sucks. You're continuously going. Like your day never ends. No days off. Yep. No days off. And then when somebody gets sick, it just makes it longer. Right. No, it's a hard thing to fucking deal with, and I wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? But I do know stay-at-home moms, and I do know some. I wouldn't say he's a stay-at-home dad, but he's basically a single dad, and it's a lot of fucking work. So it's just like if you talk about these things and you have these type of discussions, and people can make their type of choices, and you can set your foundation for your relationship on a better place. And I think that these type of conversations need to be happening when you're dating, not when you're already married, not when you're already been together 5 years. No, come out the gate, talk about it. You know what I'm saying? These are things that should be talked about from the beginning. Like I told you on the last one, I don't think telling me that you want to get married or like whatever and you want to end the date, that's different. This, like, goals and, like, where you want to be in life, I think is, like, a whole nother issue. Yeah. But I do want to take another shot. All right. Yeah, let's take one. Bartender. My little baby shot. Y'all see her pouring? Like, she pouring a whole fucking glass. Jesus Christ. There you go. Thank you. Don't bump the mic this time, please, okay? Cheers. Goodness gracious. That got worse. Man, it tastes like pepper. No, it tastes like an ashtray, guys. Actually, it does. That one was really fucking rough. Like, y'all know I don't be sweating no tequila. Water. Yeah, it's... Damn, that was horrible. Okay, sorry. Let's wave back into our topics here. So, the last topic I wanted to get into, it kind of has to do with cheating. When we were talking about cheating, we talked about cheating before on my podcast, of course, but I have a different question on it. So last week we were talking about, does weight play a factor into cheating? But there's a lot of feedback on that. There is a lot of feedback on that. Yeah. We can discuss that right now, but we will. Do you think that somebody can justify cheating. Because I do.
Yeah, you can.
Good. Glad you agree. Okay,
I
what's your
mean,
opinion?
it goes back to what we first talked about, the whole communication thing. Like if you can't communicate and you make everything weird in relationships and you are not open about what you need and what you want. Mm-hmm. I mean, even like we know of different situations. Like you can't even be too controlling. You can't expect to keep your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever. You can't keep them locked up in a bedroom with you. Not assume that they're just going to stay faithful, because I feel that it's going to get to that point where it's going to build up, because we're sexual human beings.
Facts.
And we need that attention. It's not that it's sexual, but we want that, we just want that reassurance. Like, oh yeah, we still look good, or
you still got
people still want me. Yes.
Yep.
And so keeping them in a room is only going to make them have an emotional connection with somebody that they try to find online, or a past relationship they're texting. And you have to understand, you have to let your spouse go and be free and do what they want to do. Have fun with their friends.
Oh my God. Stop locking these people in fucking cages, bro. If they want to go hang out with their friends by themselves, let them go. Facts. If they want to go out and while you're out with them, they want to dance. Like what is the I just see so many problems where people are like, I've seen people snatch their girls in the club and be like, don't do this, don't wear this, don't do that. And it's just like, I know they're thinking in their mind like, nigga, fuck you, I'm about to leave you. Like, I don't you're not gonna tell me what the fuck I can and can't do. Like, yes, to a respect, obviously, if we're in a relationship, don't be fucking putting your tongue down somebody's throat.
Right.
But if you're like having a good time and drinking, why is that such a problem? I've seen niggas really be like, you're out there drinking with your friends. What? Yes, she's drinking with her friends. What the fuck? Right. She's been doing this since before she met you, during it, whatever. Right. So that's why and I feel
you're not gonna change somebody.
No.
Stop trying to change somebody.
No.
That's why you went in the relationship with them in the first place. You liked that about them.
Yeah. And then you come and try to change it because you fall in love and shit. But it's just like, no. I just don't agree with that. That's why I feel like cheating can be justified. Do I think it's right? No. But do I think it happens? Yep.
Yeah.
And I feel like some people aren't brave enough to tell their spouse, like, look, I did cheat on you, but I'm not gonna, it's my fault, but it's kind of like your fault too.
Like there's something that's wrong.
Yeah.
And it needs to be addressed.
Yeah. And I probably tried to tell you about it and you probably weren't trying to hear me about it. And when that happens 4 or 5 times, I'm done talking to you about it. Right. So now hold up. You know what though? I hate that shit. When I fucking told you shit 5 or 6 or 7 times, and please don't start thinking this is about my relationship, because it's not. It's from previous shit that I've dealt with. Like, if I've told you some shit 5, 6, 7 times and you ain't making no type of effort or change, what the fuck you think I'm gonna do? I'm either gonna break up with your ass, or I'm gonna be like, you know what, I still want you, so I'm gonna do some stupid shit. You know what I mean? And I know, I already know all you girls are going to come in here, that's fucking foul. You should just break up with her and whoop-de-whoop-whoop. But it's like, maybe...
It's not foul, because I guarantee you, I bet money that you have had sexual thoughts for somebody else.
Oh, that's human nature. It's human nature. Right. Whether you act on it or not is your business. Exactly. But that's naturally going to happen. Yeah. And just like when I feel like some girls would be like, I'll be like, have you ever like looked at like straight women? Have you ever looked at another nigga or like thought like another nigga's attractive? I don't do that to my man. Bitch, you a lying asshole. If you at the club and you see a dude that you find attractive, you looked. That counts as a look. What is wrong with that? Why is that such a big deal?
Like shit is weird to me. But why do people like to separate? It's all fantasy, right? So why separate from real life versus celebrities? It's like the same shit.
It is.
It's like you like what you like. If it's in person, if it makes you uncomfortable, you can say, hey, that made me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Just don't do it in front of me.
That shit was disrespectful or whatever.
Yeah, then just don't do it in front of me.
But it's going to happen naturally. Just like I never understand why girls be like, oh, I saw you looking at that girl when she came to the table.
Like, man, did you see that? You were looking at that girl's
ass. I did look at her ass.
Exactly. Like, I know you've seen it too.
Right.
Shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Do you see how much smoother that conversation can go?
Yeah.
And then you guys can eat your dinner and go fuck later. But instead, you guys are sitting there arguing. Now it's a big ass problem. Now you're asking for the check. Now you're arguing for 2 weeks about it. And then by the time you guys come around, you wasted 2 weeks of your time. Mm-hmm. And it's like life is too short for that shit.
It is.
It's way too short. Because I'm personally, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to put this in the air, but I'm going to put this in there for somebody else. If you're arguing with somebody and God forbid something happens to you and that's the last thing that happens. No, that's going to ruin you. For the rest of your life, you are going to have regret, and regrets are the worst. Yeah. Regrets are really lessons. You shouldn't see regrets as that. You should see regrets as fucking lessons. Learn from them. Don't regret that shit. That shit changed you, helped you, made you grow. And if you did the same thing in fucking relationships, I'm telling you, your relationship would be so much better. My relationship is so peaceful. Like, I can't even explain it to y'all. I've dealt with some shit. She's been around for some shit. She's been around for some girls that I look back on and I'm like, whoa, why did I deal with that? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I had to go through that. Yeah, I had to go through that. I had to learn that. And that's what I'm saying. While you're learning yourself, learn about other people too. You know what I mean? Like, oh, while I'm getting to know me, I should probably think like, oh, I do not like this type of person. Right. Instead of just being like, oh, I'm this way, I'm that way, and blah, blah, blah. Nah, like, there's compromise in everything. That's basically what I'm trying to get at. Yeah. And I feel like that just doesn't happen anymore. So I'm putting it out in the air for y'all to like actually like take the time and the initiative to get to know yourself, get to know your partner, open up communication, say things. Honestly, if people said what they really think to their partner, how much better would their relationship be? Instead of like trying to change the wording, why don't you just say, I want to fuck that bitch.
Right. Be straight up. And I don't understand because why then, people don't want to be straight up. They be like, I don't want to hurt your feelings. I'd be like,
you're about to kill those feelings because you're going to go have sex with her. Exactly. And now I'm going to cry about it because you never fucking said anything. You know what I mean? Exactly. Like, stop making shit so miserable. Granted, let's not be disrespectful. That was probably a really disrespectful comment. And I apologize. That's not what I was trying to get at. But you guys get the gist of what I'm saying. If there's things that go on in your head, your mind is constantly racing. Even when you're asleep, you think. Yeah. So it's like, if you were to say to your partner, for example, in a straight relationship, if she was to say to one of her exes that she was previously with, like, hey, yo, I don't like how we were having sex the last 3 times. This shit is burnt. Like, I do not like it. It doesn't feel good. Can we switch it up? And if he was to take that and be like, cool, what you want to do? Instead of being like, what? You trying to say my dick is trash? Like,
oh God, that is exactly how it be. I'd be like, bruh, that's not what I'm saying.
No, I'm just like, trying constructive criticism. I'm trying to make us grow. I'm trying to grow our sexual tendencies. But instead, you're over here fucking worried about your dick. Or for me, it's like, oh, you had better bitches. You don't even understand how pissed that comment makes me. You don't understand. What?
I know you already said last topic, but I do want to ask a question though.
Mm-hmm. Why is somebody asking me a question on my podcast? Because I want to ask. Okay, now go ahead.
So I want to know, we always have this stereotype where they say, oh, well, isn't all the dick the same? Is all the girls the same?
No. No. Absolutely not. No. I haven't been with a girl that's been the same ever. It's kind of weird because you would think so. All different. I will say that...
Does it like... How it changes with men and races, is it the same with women?
That's a good question. I wouldn't say races. I would say what they identify as. Okay, so like, for example, I've dealt with straight women who like were like, oh, I'm only going to be gay for you. Great, whatever,
gay
bitch.
For the night.
Yeah, okay. No, she was like gay for a year, but it's cool. Like, whatever, I ain't tripping.
She was exploring.
She was exploring. Yes, no, she just wanted me to be with her, but we're not gonna get into that. We'll talk about that another time. Okay. But
you're an exception.
Yes, I'm an exception to the rule. Yep. Is what I find out from straight women. Okay, cool. I'm cool with that. I will say that straight women are very used to a certain type of sexual position. They are used to a certain type of sex. And I've had about 3. I would say 2 out of the 3 were like mind blown by what lesbians do. And then the other one, she was more like... Where have you been living all your life? The third one though, she was more on some shit like she wanted to do things that she had never done. And I didn't want to do those things. So that might have been my problem. But no girl is the same, to sum that up. Okay. I would say that girls who are truly lesbians, when I say truly lesbians, like you don't want to deal with men, like it was never your interest and you never have, to me, they're the most exciting. And I think it's because we have to do so many certain things during sex that they just know a lot of shit. I probably learned the most, this last time when I was single, I've learned the most like sexually, like ever. Okay. I would say that. So
do you think that a straight woman should experience lesbian sex at least once in their life to open up their eyes?
Yep. Not to be lesbian. I mean,
not to be
not
lesbian,
to be gay.
but it's just to
it's just to explore
things.
Because you got to think like, I guess I can't. Okay, so in society, right? We say a woman should know a woman because you have a woman's body, right?
Right.
I don't speak of myself like that. Well, I'll talk on another podcast of what I identify as. Obviously, I'm a lesbian, but I don't really like going like when people are like, oh, like you're a woman. Like, I don't know. That shit just makes me feel weird. It's always made me feel weird. But I don't think I'm a man.
That's
why
I'm like, because
I don't think I'm a man. No, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'd be like, bruh.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't like shit like that when people be like, oh, girl, let me tell you. I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking to, dude? Like, this shit's weird. I don't like shit like that. Yeah. So I'm going to speak in third person. So I would say when they're like, oh, women should know a woman's body. So I think that every straight woman, even if you don't want to explore, like actually get down with a lesbian, I feel like you should talk to them about having sex. Yeah. Because I think that could open up your mind and open up your man's mind to please you in different ways. Correct. I think that you need a certain type of man to be open to that. Mm-hmm. I find that a lot of straight women I know that fuck with certain men, the ones that they really, really enjoy sexually are the ones that are fucking down for whatever and wherever. Yes. They don't fucking come in and tell you like bend over, that's what's about to happen. No, nigga, maybe I want to do this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Those are the type of niggas I feel like get the most play. That's me. That's for me looking from the outside in. Would you agree? I would agree. Being,
And it is the best sex.
Right. It's just doing whatever, whenever, not having to fucking explain, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And like being down. Mm-hmm. So would you say like you're kind of like aggressive during sex? Like you like to make moves? Okay. I am aggressive, but I don't want to be aggressive all the time. Like you want to be dominated. I want to be dominated. Right. Like what the hell? Like I don't. Let me put that out there. Just throwing that out there. Don't you girls get no fucking ideas. I mean, I have a girlfriend, but I'm just saying. I don't want none of that dominant shit. Keep that shit away from me. Go ahead, sorry. I'm pretty sure dominant lesbians are like off the fucking chain. They are off it. Well, I'm dominant too. No, I'm gonna come back to this. Go ahead. I'm gonna just say, I've had studs try to get at me, and I don't find it disrespectful. Like, I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do support Steph for said. I think that you guys are cool. I'm not saying anything about it, but it ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just like I don't like aggressive femmes either. When I was dating, I dealt with like 2 aggressive femmes, and it was just like, bitch, you need to calm down. I'm about to just lose it on you. But you say, am I aggressive? I'm aggressive when it comes to, I'll be 50-50 aggressive when it comes to sex. But I'm not aggressive all the time. But that's what I mean. Okay, so when I say aggressive, I'm saying like during sex, like you might, I watch straight porn, so maybe you'll like grab his balls or something. Have you ever like a dude be like, don't grab my balls? Like that would just ruin a moment. You know I've never had a dude not enjoy getting his balls grabbed. Okay, so then I don't know. I'm not fucking straight. That's what I'm asking you. So like, okay. Hold on. So the first time that I did it, this guy was so into it. He was like, oh, God, you were the only girl who ever fucking grabbed my balls when I hit it from the back. I was like, see, I didn't need all this. I didn't ask for all this. I really was just asking a question. That's what I'm saying. Okay, all right. So to sum it up, so sum it up. You know what you want during sex, and you're not afraid to do it. No, I'm the same way. I know what I want. I'm gonna make it happen. And if you make me uncomfortable or you make it seem like that's not what you're into, I'm not just cutting the session. I'm telling you to go home. Correct. Because I am expecting you to be open like me. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's a problem though. That's not a problem. You know what you want. Right. Just weed out all the bad ones and then just take the few apples that you like. Right. Remind you, I'm not single, guys. So we're talking about like another time, past times. You know what I'm saying? This is like advice for you guys. This is a lot of advice to just like explore and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But we are going to end. This is the Homos Playground. Like I told you, this is Sierra Noel, motherfucker. Yeah. But even more important, no real shit. Like she bakes the best cakes. Like not holding you. Like she made this shit for my birthday. You go on her Instagram. All the way from freaking Atlanta. From Atlanta. This came from Atlanta, yo. So. On a plane. Got here. And her Instagram for her baking is Sweetest Things in Life, correct? Yes. Okay. It's a long name, so I was trying to get it right. I will post that. I'm actually going to try to post like another one of her cakes because she has like some dope ones. She had this one that was like a Crown Royal cake. That shit got hella likes on fucking Facebook. That shit was moving. So she does all that type of shit. So hit her up for any type of custom shit. Are you going to do shipping? Are you considering it? I am considering shipping. So not just in Atlanta. Maybe you can hit her up about a cake and she's going to try to figure out how to do the shipping. Because she had to bring this here, obviously, because she's in Vegas. But maybe she can ship and make all type of custom cakes. Shit's crazy. I want to take another shot, though, before we end. All right. Also, I did not forget your guys' topic suggestions. Understand they are coming. I'm going to weed them out throughout multiple podcasts. So don't think I don't be listening to y'all, because I do.
You have people that give you suggestions? That's dope.
Yeah. They'll tell me like, hey, can you talk about this or can you talk about that? I talked about one on here. We talked about the sex club. I told you I was going to talk about it. I talked about it.
That's what's up.
Cool. Cheers. To y'all. She already drank, but for me, to y'all.
I'm sorry. I love y'all too, but needed to get this pepper down.
Right. We out, squad.